Hello everyone, welcome back. This is the real episode 5. Last episode, it's hard to keep track of what episode number is what when you're doing a video a day. Anyway, so this is the real episode 5, and today we're going to complete the harvest. I'm going to harvest all the canola. I won't do it all on screen because that would be, well, the whole episode. So I'll harvest this, and then what shall we do? Possibly a bit more logging, because we really need that cash. We've got 23,000 in cash now, and we got a fair amount from those logs. Let me think on that. I'm gonna have to have a look. Why don't we have a look right now? Okay, foresty vehicles. Alright. Now this one here has the crane on the trailer. Boy, I hope that works okay. I've heard that it was really derpy, but we'll see. It's quite a bit more money than that one. This thing, yeah, it works, but I don't really like using it. And yeah, it'll be on the trailer, but maybe it'll work a little better because it's so close to the trailer. This thing worked really well. Haven't used this one yet. And this one, of course, works well. A little bit sticky, the logs stick to it, but this one I think I will use. I'd need a bigger tractor. That requires quite a bit. Oh yeah, 50 to 90 horsepower. Yeah, the Bureau would do it, but it's not really a heavy-duty tractor. So I'm looking forward to getting to this WF track and getting that, doing the wood chipping. I haven't done that really, other than a quick test in a solo. I haven't really used it. And this one's a bigger trailer. Alright, so this is what we're shooting for. Yeah, I could take out a loan and do it. Yeah, I'll think about it a bit while we're harvesting away. Should have hired a worker to take over for me while I was doing the shopping. This canola really looks different. It's much darker. I wonder if this will take that. What is it, barley or wheat? Nope, okay. Because I've already got the green tank, I guess. So, since I'm at it, I may as well just go up and down this way. Get this headland taken care of. I'll go all the way around once, and then I will go up and down the field. Boy, that was a sharp corner, wasn't it? Alrighty, down the long stretch. This is a long field. Look how far down that is. This is a nice scenic spot. I really like it on this map. You know, you're driving along, see there's a windmill going, and you can see there's a bunch of different fields I got planted here, and the trees down here. Just nice rolling hills instead of a big flat rectangle. The car going on the road out there. That's one thing I've kind of missed. Most of the farm simming I've been doing recently has all been multiplayer, so I don't see the traffic. You know, you still see the people walking around, but you know, you don't really interact with the traffic. You kind of have to interact with them. They'll be in your way, and sometimes, most of the time, you're in their way. At least in the beginning when you're driving slowly. So it just adds that extra little bit to the map that or to the game that I haven't seen in a while. Oh, I really don't need to do this headland. Oh well, I'm driving over there anyway. I'll just swing by and drop this off in the tipper. Unload, unload, unload. Almost done. There we go. Oh, one thing about this terrain being so uneven, it's also I find sometimes the vehicles get a bit stuck, especially if you're turning when you're accelerating. It gets kind of stuck, you have to straighten out the wheels to go. Geez, I wish there wasn't all that dust when you're sitting in the cab. See, now, I'm sure that looks terrible. Oh well, if I had great internet, then it would look great, because I would upload at really super high quality, but alas, I cannot. Maybe someday my ISP ever decides that maybe I'm worth upgrading. Hey, yeah, why don't you come, go out there and get, 100 of your friends to subscribe to me, and then when I get so many subs, I can say, hey, look, you see this? This is my business, my livelihood, so you need to upgrade my internet. Alright. They would laugh and tell me to move. Alrighty, so I think what I'm going to do, because now it's just going to be a whole bunch of up and down and up and down, so I think I'll pause it here and then I'll pick it up again when I'm cultivating and do a bit of that and then a bit of seeding. Just give you a little bit here and there. Come on, you get going again. See it? There we go. Alright, I'll pause it here. See you shortly when I'm on to cultivating. Okay, cultivating time. Now, I know I don't really have to cultivate because the seeder, I believe, is able to cultivate as it seeds. But I just like cultivating, so there. And since it's my video, I'm doing it my way, which means cultivating it. I don't know if I'll cultivate all of it though. I might get bored of that and switch over and just make sure actually that the seeder will do what I think it will do, which is cultivate and seed at the same time. Not so sure. That seeder, it's okay, but I don't know. I've seen better, I guess. That's the one with the DLC. It's heck, what's the name of it? Vaderstad or something? I can't remember. I have to look. Something about Darth Vader. Could cultivate a little bit further over and take more of the grass, but I don't want to take too much because at some point I will probably mow that. I just probably could have done that with a kid. I just didn't get to it. You will see some spots where I mowed just because I happened to be driving in that direction and grabbed the grass where I could. Such as right down here. Look at that. Ripping up the roots. So where I live in real life, I live up on top of not a mountain, but it's a ridge about 300 feet above sea level, and it's on a little island. So about half a mile in any direction, I can hit seawater. But I'm up about 300 feet, and it's a rocky bluff, or like a rocky ridge. And boy, the soil here is it's just been stripped. Like there's nothing left as far as stripped by erosion. It's all washed down into lower lying areas, which I do have some of. It's a large acreage, about 48 acres, and well, it's all forested, and I don't really want to clear it just to get at that soil. But I have cleared about maybe 2 acres of 48 so far, maybe 3 acres, I guess. And fenced in 4 acres, so some of it is forested and fenced in. So I'll probably do a walk around that at some point with a video camera. Anyway, so that's given me a good spot. There's a lot of Douglas fir, which is a really dense wood because of the soil is so poor that the wood grows really dense because it grows so slowly. So anyway, the wood is really heavy. I mean, when I want to build with it, because I have a sawmill, so I mill my own lumber, and when I go to do anything like put screws in it or something, I have to pre-drill it, or it'll wreck the the screws. It doesn't wreck them. It'll split the wood. And if I try and put nails in, forget about it. I did one of my first floors here with that wood, and I ended up having to pre-drill all the nail holes. What a pain that was, but yeah, I'll never do a floor with nails again for that Douglas fir. And I've got a bunch of maple in a lower area, which I haven't really harvested at all. And I have lots of cedar, so my fence posts, I did that 4 acres pretty cheaply because I'm using all my own fence posts. So I went around just cutting down a bunch of the smaller cedars and took the skin off them and the bark off them so that the bugs don't really have a place to sit under there and work away at the wood. And some of them are, you know, 1.5 feet in diameter. They're big logs, and so big homemade gate. The gate is really wide, so I'll show you that as a kind of a neat bit of engineering. Anyway, I forget where I was going with that. Oh, anyway, so yeah, I've got terrible soil. So, you know, all my gardens, the soil has been gone through, you know, with a fine-tooth comb, getting all the rocks out, and they still keep cropping up. I think we grow more rocks than anything here. But fortunately, the weather is really good, so even if the soil isn't all that great, I can still amend it a bit and try not to use any chemicals. I'm like more of a organic farmer, but not true organic, because I still use bone meal, that sort of thing. But I don't spray pesticides. Try to do companion planting. That helps. Marigolds keeps away some of the pests, and go around killing slugs with a spray bottle of ammonia. The slugs here, they're called banana slugs, and they're huge. They're like tropical slugs. They grow 6 inches long, and they're about 1 inch thick, which is a pretty big creature. And boy, did they ever destroy the crops. Anyway, oh, and my fruit trees, the ants, the ants are really bad here too. So the ants will take these aphids up into the trees, and then they'll go and deposit them all over the place, and then farm them. So what I had to do is put this sticky stuff around on the trunks. It's, you know, you put on a foam to protect the tree trunk, and then a tape, and then this really sticky stuff called tanglefoot around there, and that keeps all the bugs out of the trees as far as, you know, anything that crawls. So the ants are frustrated and they can't get in there, and so the aphids don't really get a very good start in there, and the ladybugs just tear those aphids apart. But if the ants can get in there, the ladybugs can't keep up. Bet you didn't think you were going to hear all this today, did you? Yeah, I'm sure it's interesting. It's interesting to me, and I like farming stuff, and that's why I'm here playing Farm Sim, so I assume it's going to interest you too. If it doesn't, you can mute me and just watch me drive up and down the field. Anyway, what I will do is, I think I gotta pause it here because this is going to be kind of tedious to watch. Still got a bit to go, so I'll do my up and down the field off screen, and then we will do some planting. Alright, back again. I've just cultivated these 2 fields. The other 2 I'm going to leave, and I think I might do them tomorrow and then try and split them up so that they're not ripe the same day. So today we're going to plant wheat here and barley on the other one, and then probably canola on the other 2. Just go around the edge here. Suppose you probably don't really create a headland with cedar, but I have to with this thing. This thing's a brute. It's a big, like a long cedar. You see how long that is? It's kind of a pain on this little tractor and on these little fields. Regretting actually a tow behind one. I think in this instance I'd be better off with you know, one of the ones that mounts right on the hitch. There's that 3-point seed drill Porsche, I think. That would be a pretty good one for these fields. That's what I had, and then I sold it and bought this thinking that, oh well, I'll show something new. So I received a message the other day from Null the Reaper, who was telling me about real life farming, and that was pretty interesting. I really enjoyed that read. So if you do some farming in real life and you'd like to share your experience, you'd like to send me an email or a message on YouTube, I welcome it. I'll read it, and I'm sure I will enjoy it. I'll try and share some anecdotes for what I do here around my own yard, and as I go, I'm doing stuff every day, so I've always got new things to tell you about. Here in Canada, it's Canada Day this week. Tuesday, whoops, forgot to start the cedar. Anyway, so yeah, Canada Day. So I started my celebrations a bit earlier. I ended up bottling some beer. I make homemade beer. I bottled it today and had some, so that was nice. Nice sunny warm day. It's a nice day to bottle some beer and enjoy a few. I drank kind it's Mexican cerveza. It's basically Mexican beer. It's kind of a, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of a golden color beer. Apparently drink store-bought now. It seems really tasteless. Boy, this is going to take a while with a 3-meter wide cedar. Should almost put the hired worker to work, and then I can go and enjoy my cerveza, right? Yeah, so I'll put barley on this other field. It turns out, when we look at statistics, look how close it is between the wheat and the barley there. That's after putting them on fields, and I was trying to get them approximately the same, just because I'm weird that way with numbers. Now I wanted to plant corn on this field, but I'd have to spend some money on another harvest or another planter, and I chose to wait, save the money, because I'm going to need it. I could buy a new thing every episode, but I can't afford that, can I? Have to do a whole bunch of off-screen stuff, and then it doesn't really make a very good video, not in my opinion. I like to see things progressing and kind of have the, I don't know, the option to watch and see things on a smaller scale, like what I was doing here today, doing the different jobs, so you don't just see, well, here's the field and it's done. I did this off-screen, and no, without you. So you get to see me going along doing it all. Something for everyone. But I don't think you forest nuts are going to be too happy, because I probably am not going to have time to do any forestry stuff today. Oh well. We'll see. We'll see where we are for time. Don't think I'll record too much more of this seeding, because that's kind of seen all there is to see with the seeding. Pretty slow going. So at some point I will probably reclaim this whole part of the field and make all these longer. So yes, I need to figure out where I had kind of a good spot there, I thought, for trees over in the, the next lot over there. You can't see where I'm pointing, but over there on the other side of the fence, there's a little clear spot. But I was kind of deciding, do I mow it or do I put trees in there or try and do both? So I want to think on that some more. I could do them along the edge of the road here. That's kind of a pain. I don't want to cut trees down into the road. Okay, so I shall pause it here and then we will find something else to do. I still have some slurry to spread on here, and then this field will be done. Well, it's that time. What time is that, you ask? It's that time to grab the slurry tanker and start that messy job. Where did I park it? Thought it was right here. I guess it's down below. Back I go. Oh, there it is. Alright, so hope we have a full load so I can go and start spraying this, and then I'll come back and get some more. Gotta remember when I'm all done here to go around and close all the gates and stuff. Okay, let's see if I can remember the width of this. Phew, what a stink that would be. Oh well, it's organic. Gonna have to fuel up my tractor when I'm done here. I'm burning up a lot of fuel today. I can almost smell that. This little island I'm on has quite a few farms on it. Most of them have gone fallow, so they're, just grass. People grow hay. Just really not the farming that you used to see here. And I'm pretty sad about that. I'm trying to kind of provide opportunities for farmers to give them a reason to start growing crops again. And one of those crops would be sugar beets. So any of you who are out there who have experience in growing sugar beets and you want to give me some anecdotes about that, such as, well, this is the kind of equipment we used and when we did it, or still do it, and maybe send me a link or something to a video of you or your family working on the fields, or even just a link to this is the kind of equipment we used. All that stuff I'm really interested in, so feel free to fire them off to me. Alright, so I'll get this next field done. Now, I mentioned earlier in the video that Null the Reaper had sent me a message. It was Neural the Reaper. That was bugging me. I knew that I didn't say the name right, so I just had to look it up. Anyway, and so he or she, I'm assuming a he, but you never know, sent me a message about, I was asking on the multiplayer farm sim about a triangular field and how a real farmer would go about doing so. So we'll say he sent me a message and said, well, this is how I would do it, and gave me a link to a video, a graphic, and showing, you know, up and down the field and making the headland around. That was quite interesting for me. I really, like I said, I really enjoy that kind of feedback and learning about how things are done in the real world in farming. So, always welcome that. Oh, here we go. Gotta go get some more goop. So yeah, send me your anecdotes. I want to hear. I want to hear about it. Also, you know, if you're wondering how things are done, you can always ask me, and if I don't know, I will ask others. And oh, where are we going here? We need to go back. Yeah, send me a comment and say, hey, how do you do this? And if it's something in game, I probably know how to do it. If it's not in game, it's something in real life, I still possibly know how to do it. And I will mention it on the video if I don't know, and get some expert advice. As expert as you can get on the internet, right? Because you never know. Get somebody like me who doesn't have a clue and say they know what they're doing. Come on, goop. Really like this old tractor, but it's getting close to time to upgrade. I think I might. I did get a mod for an Ursus with that the rollover protection system on it, so I might give that a go. It'll kind of fit in with the work I'm doing here on the farm between the, you know, harvesting crops and harvesting trees. I kind of want a tractor that does it all. I think I'll wait on filling or covering that silage. I'm gonna wait till next harvest when I harvest these two fields. That way, and it'll just be more to do at once. Of course, that could be a dumb idea. I don't know. I should figure out where I'm actually gonna put the stuff. So, if you've played ahead of me on this map, which at the pace I'm going, doing a couple videos a week, then probably wouldn't be hard to get ahead of me. I would like to know where to take the silage. I know there was something about buying the biogas plant, but I don't know. I didn't really look closely at that yet. Nope, pay attention to where I'm going here. So, drop me a comment, let me know. Doesn't cost anything. Except if your pride if you're wrong. So make sure you're right before you say stuff. Yeah, one more strip up the middle should do it. Hopefully we can get enough goop. Man, that would smell bad. I wish I had a cab on my tractor. Imagine you get used to it after a while. The smell of life. I think I can. So, I think we can wrap up this episode. We've got 2 fields harvested and planted again, so that's a pretty good bit of work. We've got those 2 to work on next time, possibly, or I might cut some trees instead and work on them the following episode. We'll see. You never know, alright? So until then, I shall see you next time. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.